Hello, welcome back to Tilt Conversations here at HCMA Architecture and Design. Today we have a newcomer. Johnathon Strebly, my old friend, has recently joined the firm as, what is your title?
Director of Creative Services.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Well, it means many things to many people. What it means to the firm and to me as a design professional is that I have this opportunity to actually expand what it is that I've been doing in a narrow niche of communication design, and to allow principles of design and conceptual aspects to be ingrained, multifaceted, influenced, inspired, pushed, and also pulled by those that are around me. And we're now doing that at HCMA, which is a larger audience. For
So you had your own communication strategy design firm,
Correct.
and you've given that up to join this firm.
Correct.
What motivated that? Like, why would you do that?
Well, two things. One was recognizing what was important to me. A while ago, during the future planning for my firm, I decided to look at the tenet of I wanted to make a difference and not make a dollar. That was the new direction for me.
We don't have to pay you?
No, you don't.
Oh,
However,
amazing.
I am taking a stipend.
Cool.
The intention then, and what manifested from that, was recognizing and realizing that when you chase what it is that's important to you from a community and a personal level, you will find ways to get by, survive, or succeed. There's always going to be new opportunities that arrive that way. And I found myself being kind of pigeonholed within that certain size of a firm, that if I were to expand my personal commitment to community, advocacy, outreach, and industry, I would have to have another me or two more of me in the firm and to double and triple the size. And there's a certain stigma to the current model of a communication design firm, and what size do you get to before it's ineffective and still be able to contribute?
Community and impact, the stuff you mentioned, that's very much a part of the Tilt Curiosity Labs model that we're experimenting with.
Very much so.
Can you tell our friends who might be watching what Tilt means to you?
Oh, it's a breath of fresh air. And I actually kind of got goosebumps. To me, it's if you're going to take the paradigm of the design industry and the expectations of it and view it through a punk rock lens, we use the word disruption a lot.
Sure.
But what does that mean? And for me, there's always been that question of, okay, what's next, and also why bother? There's a certain critical nature to what we do, and we're hypercritical of many things in our lives, especially in the design realm. And what I find is that Tilt offers that permission to ask deeper, tougher, more open questions, and to avoid the stereotype or expectation of what the result should be, and more importantly, who you should be asking the question from. And so I really appreciate being offered external perspectives on things that I've taken for granted, and to be reminded that every day is a learning experience, and also points back to why I felt limited with the firm I had at the size it was, and to look at opportunities to expand that in a multidisciplinary environment.
So you've been here a short while, 3 months.
Two and a half
months. Has anything stood out for you? Can you think of any examples of a Tilt project that really seemed impactful or influential, or something that really improved the way maybe the firm functions that pops into your head?
Well, two right away. One was one before I joined the firm, and that was the dance choreography in the Grandview Pool and Community Center. Just seeing a sense of motion and panning and engagement, which is not the expected one. Where I don't see somebody in a too tight Speedo or a onesie that's falling into the water. I saw art. I saw dance. I saw engagement with a space that was beyond the expected. And I really appreciate when my personal cadence and periphery is disrupted and altered by someone else's creativity. And so I was engaged by that. More directly and more internally, with our recent artist in residence with the knitter, I found this incredible almost subconscious or behind the scenes impact from it. Because if I thought about the idea of knitting, which to me is my grandmother and my mother, and slippers and toques and even braiding of bread was probably the closest that I could imagine a cultural connection for my family, which is great. But I didn't have any connection to the design principles, the communication design format, the media in which I work with on a regular basis. And then we had this call it a collusion or for collision, and then suddenly we were on this project branding the Museum of Surrey and working on a new identity and look for them. And what are they known for? Well, textiles and fabrics. What did we do? Well, we walk past this every day, and suddenly I'm looking at the way things are braided and laced and latticed together, and looking at connectivity and seeing how First Nations that have been here for thousands of years, South Asian immigrants, and settler families, all in this up and coming, incredibly vibrant space, all trying to find groundwork, but also all trying to find space for one another. And if that isn't a description of the cohesive mosaic and tapestry of a community that's being symbolized in the form of knitting and weaving, I don't know what is. It was actually quite beautiful, and that deeply influenced the brand.
That Tilt Artist in Residence literally affected the way the brand project came about in your mind.
Definitely the way we thought,
Cool.
approached it, and realigned our directions for
Awesome.
it, which is very important.
Well, welcome to the team,
Thank you.
and here's to many more discoveries and collisions and collusions with Tilt to help improve our design process.
I appreciate it.
Welcome aboard.
Cheers. Thank you.
That's it for this time. We'll see you at the next Tilt conversation. Bye for now.